Hi, I'm Georgiana at Holistic Life Hub. The human nature is absolutely fascinating. We have a tremendous potential. We need to develop it. We need to become aware of it, awaken it, and develop it. In the chapter Self-Development, we will go through physical, emotional, mental, intellectual, and the spiritual level of us. We will learn the mechanisms behind different aspects in our life according to these 5 levels, and we will learn how to develop the self more and more. Maybe you wonder why I call it self-development instead of personal development. The reason is very simple. We don't need to develop our personality, we need to develop ourselves. Therefore, I choose the expression self-development. You will see this is a fascinating adventure. It has such gifts, such hidden treasures, that you will be amazed at yourself when you start developing yourself. Something which is very easy to start with for now, it's a technique which I call the admiration technique. All human beings are unique. We all have different qualities. We are endowed with different capacities, and the mixture of them is unique for each and every one of us. Therefore, we will notice sometimes that, yes, I have these qualities, but I notice that you have something which I don't. So, very simple methods to acquire qualities that we don't have awakened yet is by admiration. When you notice a certain person having a quality that you really admire, then you can do this in a very aware manner. For a moment, you empathically connect to that person and you focus especially on the quality that you admire. Let's take an example. Let's say that you admire a lot the spontaneity in another human being. You don't have it so much right now. So, this person that you admire for her or his spontaneity, every time you come in contact with that person, in your mind, connect empathically, mentally, to the specific energy of spontaneity which that person has. And for a few moments, feel what happens inside of you when you have this attitude of admiration, sincere admiration towards the spontaneity of the person in front of you. You will notice something which works always scientifically. Because of that admiration, you open yourself. You become superiorly receptive to the energies of spontaneity in our example. So because of this openness, you start taking in the specific energy that has a unique imprint of spontaneity. But also because you admire sincerely that person, you start sending somehow. So sending the admiration energy towards that person which is focused upon spontaneity. Subtly, you simply create the subtle circles between yourself and the person that you admire, and the energies are flowing freely in between the two of you. You acquire more spontaneity, but because of your admiration, you enhance the spontaneity energies in that other person. So, for a few moments, as long as you need, or as long as the situation allows you to do it, admire sincerely the person in front of you for spontaneity or whatever else quality you would like to develop more in yourself. The mechanism actually is practically the same when you envy somebody. Usually we envy people not because of their flaws, but because of their qualities. But because of the envy, we are closed. Nothing of that energy comes inside of us, and you can imagine being closed, nothing of your energy goes to that person. only the negative thoughts go to that person. So it's much wiser, much more practical, much more efficient to admire all people around you, even for their qualities, even people that you do not like very much all in all. But all people have qualities, and some of the people have qualities that you don't have right now. So I will summarize again the admiration technique. Whenever you are in the presence of a certain person and you admire a certain quality in that particular person, you focus your attention upon that quality that you admire. I took as an example spontaneity. For a few moments, you allow the energy flow to function in between the two of you. Because of your admiration, you open yourself and you are able to receive, due to the admiration, the specific energy that has a unique imprint of spontaneity, in this case, inside of you. And because of the admiration you have sincerely for that quality in that person, this admiration energy goes inside of the person you admire. So it's a win-win situation. You receive something which starts growing inside of you. It's like a seed that you plant and starts growing and blooming. But also because the admiration, you give energy to the person you admire. So by doing this for a couple of minutes or longer, depending on the situations, you will notice that in time, only by doing this very simple exercise, you will start developing yourself and you will start manifesting qualities that previously you didn't have them awakened so much as now. You can do this whenever, even with people that you actually never met before, but you notice, according to the circumstances, that they manifest a certain quality which you like, which you admire, and you can do it with lots of people. So let me make a short joke. Allow me to make a short joke. This is like you have infinite study materials. We have 7 billion, so how many people are on this planet? Maybe you will not meet all of them, but a large amount of them still you meet every single day. It's only up to you to have this openness and admiration, sincere admiration, and you will notice quite soon, I promise, the effects of this technique. And on top of everything else, by developing an attitude which is full of admiration, envy, jealousy, pettiness will not be in your system any longer.